Hey, welcome back to Talk of the Town. I'm joined now by our news partner joining us from the Medicine Shop of Monona. It's Eric Hewitt. Thanks for being with us again.
Thanks again for having me.
Glad to have us. You always provide us with valuable, timely information, and right now you might be thinking a little bit about insurance, that end of the year push. So what are the top considerations for end of the year prescriptions and pills?
Yeah, it definitely tends to be a very busy time for us mostly because of that, but also people, tend to get a little bit more sick at this time of year as well. But so the top considerations for the end of the year is, number one, have you met your out-of-pocket maximum? There's a lot of insurances out there where after you, say, spend $500 as an individual or a family, the rest of your co-pays for prescriptions for that year are zero. So in that case, obviously, if you can get one where you don't have a co-pay for the rest of the year, that would be a good thing. Similarly, a lot of insurances will have a deductible to start the year. And in a deductible phase, the patient will pay the full price of the medication before the benefits of the insurance company kick in. So a lot of times that'll start at the first of the year. So if that's going to come up at the first of the year, maybe you still have co-pays for this part of this year, but you don't have to pay the full price that you would in a deductible situation.
Okay, wow, that's a lot of information. People get so confused about their insurance because there's just so many sort of buckets to fill, right? When it comes to what's what and how to get the best savings.
And a lot of terms out there as well, we're happy to help at the Medicine Shop. If you have questions about that kind of stuff, please stop in, give us a call, and we can kind of work you through that.
Oh, I think that's great. Let's talk a little bit about flex accounts or HSAs.
Yep.
A lot of people maybe even have them and don't use them, but what do you think you should consider end of the year in terms of those?
Yep. A lot of times those are yearly, so they're pre-tax dollars that you set aside from your paycheck that can go specifically just towards healthcare expenses. So people will use that to pay for their co-pays when they get prescriptions. Certain HSAs or health savings accounts and flex cards will also allow you to get over-the-counter medications.
Okay.
So if you need to stock up on those types of things, just Tylenol, aspirin, ibuprofen, those types of things. You can, maybe consider purchasing those items too before the end of the year, because a lot of times those flex dollars will reset after the first of the year.
Okay, wow. Again, more things to consider,
exactly.
But it's great because it gives us options and ways to save money on healthcare, which can be so expensive, right?
And if you set that money aside already, you might as well use it.
Exactly, you bet.
Yeah.
And nice to know that it doesn't have to be prescription grade. I like that. You can stock up your medicine.
Some do, some don't. So definitely check.
Yeah. You're used to, sort of saying the gray area things, but then your disclaimer.
Yes, exactly.
Check
always.
your policy. If you do decide to fill a prescription before the first of the year, do you also then have to pick it up, or is it enough to fill it?
Enough is to fill it.
Okay.
I mean, most pharmacies like ours will only have something on the shelf for a week, maybe 2 weeks before we'll put it back. But if it's filled in 2017, that's considered by the insurance company as filled in 2017.
Okay.
It doesn't matter if you wait till after the first of the year to pick that up. It still counts as a fill in 2017.
That's good to know. So just slide in there New Year's Eve, get it filled.
Please don't wait till that last minute, no.
Let's talk a little bit about new insurance in the new year and what happens on the pharmacy side. Let's say I just switch insurances. Do you get notified?
That's a big misconception.
Okay.
Pharmacies do not get a list or a roster of, Jessa is switching to such and such insurance.
Okay.
We don't get that. So it's really on the patient themselves to get us a copy of that new card so we can enter that in our system. If you have it now, at the Medicine Shop, we love to have that. We'll make a copy of that card. We have a folder sitting right next to our text computer right now. After the first of the year, we enter in all those new insurances, so we kind of have a smooth transition to that new insurance.
That's nice. Maybe do it in advance, and you don't have to deal with it if you are sick and you just want to get your prescription and get
Absolutely.
home. Yeah, you bet.
Absolutely.
Let's talk about any other special considerations before we head to break that would be helpful for patients during this busy time of year, holidays.
We kind of touched on a lot of them. Sooner the better. If you're thinking about doing that, check with your pharmacy. Say there's some high expensive medications that you're looking to get filled. Check with us early. Don't wait till that last minute, to New Year's Eve to try and get it filled. Especially if you have a situation where it's going to be a lot more beneficial money-wise for you. that's the major thing. And then, like you said before, as soon as you have the new cards for insurance, or if you have any questions of what's changing for the next year, that kind of thing, definitely let us know. We're happy to help and happy to navigate you through those things.
I think the best advice would be, after talking to you, is leave yourself a little bit of time to get advice. You guys see so many different situations and really know how to help somebody navigate through their own plan and what would be best. So
Yep.
I think that's great.
Absolutely.
Thanks for sharing this. Again, this is Eric Hewitt with the Medicine Shop in Monona, our news partner, and this is Talk of the Town. We've got more after the break.